All right. Welcome one, welcome all from the YouTube, from the Twitch, from North America all the way to Asia, wherever you are. We are here for a Mario Kart World Cup match between France and Italy in the group stage. I'm Jaggy, and I'm joined by Sparkster.
Yeah, welcome everyone, and yeah, I'm very excited to see how this World Cup this year is going to get started out.
Indeed, yeah, we did see a cast before. It was a play-in match between Africa and Benelux, in which Benelux got the upper hand, and we got ourselves our first group stage cast between France and Italy. And if we want to start by introducing France here, who are the favorites in this matchup, with a lineup of Byron, Fatal, Istior, Knight, and Alex DDZ. Pretty well-rounded roster. They in previous World Cups, they had, a couple of shortcomings. They have a bit of a decent history in the top in early stages, but kind of dropped off a little bit as the years went on. But I would like to think that this lineup is going to help them push themselves back into that sort of top 8 contention. This is a very good lineup. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And what's going to help this France team potentially get the upper edge onto Italy is just that higher div kind of experience that's averaging out across all four players. All four have played many seasons in D2, especially Byron and Fatal. And one more thing that's going to really help this team out is this is the only World Cup team, actually, I do believe, that's actually played as a national team in a GSC league. They actually did play as Team France in a D2 GSC league. So I think that extra chemistry from an entire 3-month season is definitely going to help them get the upper advantage going into this match.
You are absolutely correct in that one. Actually, I don't remember any other national team that actually made their way into GSC specifically. They did lose out in the semis. I don't remember if it was against Pure or YSL, but either way, they do have that experience together. And I feel like that's another thing that's lacking a little bit with historical French teams, is that they always had like a couple of players rotating throughout the World Cups. But I think this one is a bit more firmly established, and they played together for quite a bit. And again, very good team, strong runners. I mean, Fatal played for JC in D2, very strong, arguably their best player. And then Byron also very solid in the high divs. Istior, I don't know, he hasn't been like as playing the game as much lately, but I know he has high div experience. And then Knight, also good player. Alex DDZ, arguably the best wheeler bagger in the game and up there in the top 10. Now, if we want to go to Italy, let's see how they match up. Got a lineup here of Sal, Frost, Raz. Before COVID, is that man Sal? And I would expect him to just, do some work. I expect him to get 100 plus. He is solid. They have a decent supporting cast too. They're no slouches. I mean, Cross been around for a while, mostly in the mid div, but can help support this team. And also, he's been Team Italy's one of their main star men over the years. So chemistry-wise, good too. Raz has been up there in the mid to high divs since before COVID as well. And then Alex ITA, alongside Sal, another high div player that's been around. I mean, all of these players have been around since pre-COVID. Well, both teams really, but I think that on their day, Italy have the power to match. And in terms of the bagging battle, I wanted to also point out tactical decision here to go with Ice over Scamp. I know Ice has been scrimming with them a lot more. Obviously, Scamp is a high div player, notably with JX and D1. They did win that Battle Rock tournament, but they do opt to go for Ice here. And I want to see what your thoughts on that, as well as Italy in general.
Yeah, no, definitely one decision that obviously is not kind of the first choice. On paper, obviously, you just see Scamp, D1 champion, upper bracket champion, as you said, in the Battle Rock. But again, as you said, yeah, this team has been scrimming quite a lot. They do search in the lounge war chats pretty often, so they definitely have that practice, just getting that bagger chemistry with the
These are
rest
two
of
of
the
the most
team.
active teams. Actually, these are two of the most active teams in World Cup, really, in terms of scrimming. I'd say Italy is probably the most active out of the bunch. France, obviously, you mentioned rather, GSC experience last season D2, but in terms of recent experience, I think Italy has been probably the most active out of all of them. So I think this would be a good matchup.
Yeah, no, but both teams don't really have like an upper edge on kind of scrim consistency. Usually, when we do see World Cup matches, just how much, or one of the factors that usually gets taken is just how much does a team actually put in practice going into the actual tournament. But as you said, yeah, with these two teams, there's no really clear favorite, so we could see a completely fair match here.
Yeah. And I want to say, who are our POVs? Do you happen to know, Astro?
I think, yeah.
Sal and Byron. Okay, those are some pretty good ones to have. You expect Sal to be up there a lot. You expect Byron to be up there too, maybe in a couple mid-pack exchanges. I was going to mention that I think Cross is someone to look at. I think he, out of all 8 of the players, of the runners that we're seeing today on either side, I would say one of the lower end ones, but he's improved so much. I mean, I see him. I've played against him for a couple years now, off and on in scrims, and he's come a long way. Cross, he has, and also one of Italy's most he's been there since pretty much the inception of Italy's World Cup / scrimming days. So I'd say if he's on his day, then in order for Italy to win, he needs to be on his day, Cross, and I think also Ice needs to keep the bagging battle pretty even because, like I said, France is kind of the favorite here. But I'd say those are the 2 key points: Cross consistency and Ace keeping it even.
Yeah, and as long as, obviously, as we know, yeah, as long as Sal just keeps, the mental of the call team just keeps everyone in check, is organized, then yeah, they'll be perfectly fine for this match. And as long as it doesn't spiral out of control early, coming with shocks, for example, then it'll be fine.
He's definitely good when it comes to the mentality. And I think he has to also help him glue together. So we're starting up here. Race 1 between France and Italy. And we see the pretty standard 1-3-5 track here at Maple Treeway, as well as Koopa Cape on the back end. Koopa Cape it is.
It'll be interesting to see if one of the baggers actually goes for that wall clip strat. And if we do see it, that'll be a huge advantage for that said team. But what this track does also offer, if both of those baggers do fail the strat, is that this track has zappers at the end, which the baggers could use to their advantage to drop stars for the runners. We'll
ever since the 2020 World Cup was the last time we really saw the waterfall strat. Since then, a lot of baggers have been utilizing that star drop strat. That being said, though, ITA R234 to start off is a very strong start here for ITA. Well, no, someone takes cut. Let's see who that is. Are they 2 through 5? I couldn't see who took cut.
Yeah, it is an early bottom 3.
Yeah, 2 through
France.
5. 2 through 5 for Italy.
And especially if Italy do get
Fatal's
potential
out.
star. Yeah, so the top 3, I think, for Italy. Yeah,
potentially. Yeah, I would like to think they are top 3 to start.
So yeah, Italy is going to be, as we see by the main map, pretty gone in top 3 here. So I was just going to opt to Schlag.
No, Istior is up there. Okay, so it's still at that 2 through 4, like we mentioned, but Istior does come up a little bit. Fatal comes up a little bit. No, I think, yeah, and you're right. It probably is top 3, yeah. And Alex is such a strong runner. You do not want him in the top. He's going to be, he's also a really strong player overall. Expect some good backs here potentially from Alex. Maybe in this red shell coming up here, we might see some double backs potentially from ITA. There's that wide back green. And a blue comes out.
Yeah, very good early blue just to potentially split up some of the spots.
Pay attention to these star drops too. Pay attention to star drops. We're going to see that's a good back too. As I mentioned, Alex with that good backing potential gets comboed there. Byron does. And that's going to put France even further behind. Knight gets a star. I don't think there are any star drops from either team, but that's definitely going to favor ITA.
Yeah, still holding strong in top 3. France will need to continue chaining for blue if they want kind of any chance here, or a POW.
Does Alex take Strimbo here or cut? No cut takers from Italy.
Byron could definitely get into second here. And he's showing actually shrooms up.
Yep. Good red. Ooh, whose POW is this? I think maybe a France POW to get Cross, but Cross adjusts very well.
Yeah, pretty mixed up spots. Still 1-3
These spots are so mixed now.
Yeah. These star
And I think
drops,
one of the backers
if
has
they
shock. We
happen, will
might see
be
a shock.
key.
We might see a shock coming in late. Potentially. There it is.
Yeah.
Getting
And
France in the
huge triple
boxes.
shows.
I don't think he's getting one though. Wait, no, he is. He might. There it is. He's one.
Oh.
Huge.
Yeah, huge shock coming out from Team France at the end there. And great start from Italy, as we saw. Top 4, top 3 for most of the race, but just very good shroom buzz from France early on, and then taking the shroom cut after to clutch up the race. Definitely a winning race for Team France, just not sure by how
He could
much.
not have gotten a better pull there. I mean,
Yeah.
even a single shroom though. I mean, I think a single shroom he probably would have gotten one anyway, but still, just the only win condition for him there is shrooms, and he managed to get it.
But still salvaging 235 for Italy, considering getting shocked, or most of the
Salvage
team
for
getting
both
shocked
teams,
after set.
indeed.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
If that is not the perfect way to start off MK World Cup group stage, I don't know, because it was, it seemed like it was a winning race, and all of a sudden you see France coming up, taking cut very smoothly. You didn't see any hiccups from either Byron nor Istior taking the cut there, and yeah, for good frontal presence there at the end. We'll see what happens. I mean, 1-4, pretty standard RBC pick maybe coming out from Italy. We'll take a look. They do opt for Sherbet instead. Not bad. I'd say it's good to get first out. First kind of has like a bit of an awkward starting position.
Yeah, they could definitely try forcing with that 2-3, and it's going to be RSL actually, so yeah, we could potentially see if first actually keeps one here or is bumped out, but as it is RSL, the item here is definitely going to be Goldens and triple shrooms to just break up the top spots as quickly as possible here. Byron gets suboptimal start, but on his screen still keeping one. Might opt to back instantly. No, red gets thrown, so now is itemless. There is a TC being pulled by Raz. Good avoidance from Byron.
That was good slow, and I think Raz is off. Yeah, sorry, I'm on small screen right now. I couldn't see if Raz went off or not, but 1-3 for FR for France here. Oh, nope, actually. Alex slips up beautiful. He gets the draft or a shroom chain, either or, and completely destroys France.
Yeah, that was a great fib. Onto Byron there, and yeah, now pretty mixed up spots here. We do see Cross in the front as well, but that early blue from Byron potentially will be thrown soon unless the top spots were changed up here. I think France is in one now, considering Byron is holding blue. Never mind, I just ate my words.
Yeah, there's the blue. It looks like LXDDZ has a decent break in 10th. I'm going to pay attention to see what he does. It looks like he's going pretty slow. He might have shock here. He didn't fall off with Bill in that instance. We might see it's a big chance here that France has it. And interesting, Sal opts not to go for the bounce off green or the green snipe even. He's very patient with it. Byron avoids it nonetheless. This is a very key exchange. Is he going to go wide? Is he going to go tight? Sometimes people like to mix it up with the back spams in first, but looks like Sal's playing it very safe. He's in red range here, Byron is.
Yeah, but very good play from France to actually just remove that red as quickly as possible. And he starts shooting up into top 2, but these
this is bad. This is bad for Sal.
Completely deadly. Top 3 now for Team France.
Top 3.
As you said earlier, if their bagger does have shock, this could be a really good race for them.
We saw someone fall off with Bill, though. I couldn't quite catch who that was. A bomb onto Byron, though, in the other POV is going to be giving IT a little bit more mid-pack presence, but I don't think not much else is going to come from this. It's still top 2 here for France. And there's no win condition. Absolutely not with that backspam. No win condition at all, aside from maybe a shock.
Yes,
good pass there. He has a mega. Good pass, yeah.
There will be a late shock, which, yes, late shock does come out from Team France. Knight dodging up, and it is a top 256 coming from Team France. So Italy did try their best there lap 2, but just unfortunate kind of situation where just all of France shroomed up into that top 2, and then that triple reds kind of just sealed the deal there.
Yeah. Did you? Because I was on a small screen for a moment there. Did Raz go off the track when he tried to pass that TC in lap 1?
Yeah, Raz was off. Yeah, Byron did a
Yeah.
good swerve there.
Good shimmy. Yeah, I was gonna say good work from Byron in the beginning to really maintain that frontal presence. His lines were crisp. He managed to avoid a red and that TC. I'd say it was good evasion. It wasn't like, absolute ankle breaking, but I think Raz just really overextended on that one, and that allowed France to really run it up.
Yeah, he was too confident in his kind of just ability that he was gonna pass that TC.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
definitely
go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, and it was also very just risky because obviously he's at the very edge of the track, so.
Yeah, I mean, typically with TCs in Sherbetland, you want to be a little more patient because there's an off-road stat that gets taken away with a TC, a mega star, shrooms, etc. But I think Cross was, or rather, Raz just really wanted to go for it, missed out. But we'll see how Italy respond here with Garden's pick. Very much needed reset track.
Yeah, and similarly to ourselves, these shrooms are going to be mostly needed for this beginning flower cut that we will most likely see here with some of France probably just contesting for that Aether. Byron is slowing down. Does get the box in 5, and it is the triple shrooms pull with Fatal also pulling shrooms.
Oh, get the draft and keep the shroom in 1. Yep, that's absolutely what happens here with Team France. And doesn't get the mini turbo though. Looks like Sal, yeah, slips into 1 potentially. No, I think he's still second. It's tight. It's very tight. He does slip in.
Fatal does shroom up as well, which
it's so tight. They're neck and neck. I cannot tell who's first. I think it's Fatal.
Oh,
good draft. Beautiful draft.
Yeah, definitely forcing out Sal there. A bit of lag.
Take a look at Sal here. I want to take a look at Sal here. He's in snipe range. He does throw his nanas away before getting that red off, so he is occupying second now, is Sal.
You almost could just see Byron taking back here, just getting that lead here. But again, a shroom in second.
Fortunate.
Yeah, so keeping it close still with snipe distance. Byron
one of the baggers just ran forward with shock here. The bagger on the finish line right now looks to me like the one that is in possession of it.
That is Italy's bagger as well, so could be a potential good comeback race that they will need. Sal still holding on to second here. But I do think most of Team France are actually in the front.
Sal's in snipe range. Pay attention to this exchange here with Byron off green bouncing off. Doesn't get it. Sal's being very patient once again with the snipe attempts. He might get it up here potentially. No, opts not to throw. Oh, here comes a shock. Here comes a shock.
There will be a shock.
Yep.
Shock does come out. Bill Dodger as well.
Oh, huge
Alex.
chain.
And the ground star as well.
Yeah, going for a schlag there. Doesn't get it off, but still a very strong shock altogether. Oh, right on top of Cell. This is massive for ITA.
Yeah, it's just pretty cemented top 2 here now. Now it just depends if the other Italy members here can catch up. But Byron and Eastor are still in 3-4. There is a 5th or 3rd member here. Not sure. It is
3-4-5 for France.
Pretty good salvage considering it was a bill dodge from Team Italy and then that unfortunate dropped star that just landed perfectly on Sal's head there.
Yeah, I mean, with someone of like I said, I think I would have LXCDZ as a top 10 bagger in the game. For someone of that caliber, a little mistake there. It wasn't a horrendous one. It dropped right on Sal's head, but nonetheless, good work there from Ace. I wasn't sure if that was a 9th or not. Or because he was the 9th place bagger, he might have gotten a shock early and just ran back for a while. But nonetheless, very important shock for Italy.
Yeah, definitely stopping that kind of momentum shift that France did seem was building on early enough. But yeah, still 9 races to go. So just good start for them here, and could potentially see like a gold mine here or maybe even a CM, a pretty common top 2, bottom 2 tracks.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. And keep in mind, guys, we will have another cast after this one. Italy will be chaining matches against Latin America, so all the more important for Italy to get a win here to establish that sort of momentum going forward.
Yeah, if they do start 0-2, especially not even against the strongest teams technically in the group, it would not be the best situation for them considering they still have the two. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, no, you're good. I'll check the group after this because I know there's a graphic, but France would definitely be one of the stronger teams. LTA are probably mid-table, middle of the road kind of team.
They still have England and Scandinavia to play, which are the higher two seeds. So yeah.
Oh yeah, England is definitely
wins.
top 3 seed.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here with this exchange. Byron opts to spam that shroom immediately. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it can get him into 1, maybe back spam. Does get the back off onto Alex, respectively. Yeah.
Another fib here in 1. Could see a back on some landing here. There's a lot of good landing spots here.
Yeah. Oh, good snipe there. I was gonna say he's gonna back that cut, but instead he snipes that cut. There
is a first rock taker.
Beautiful from Italy. Yeah. And Istior as well. And Istior for France.
Yeah, pretty mixed up spots here. But we could see a potential red.
Good patience from Byron, waiting until after the boxes to red him there. Raz still had some triple shrooms, or 2 shrooms rather, after that rock.
It does seem that one of the baggers...
Could we see a schlag here? Could we see a schlag on cut here from Byron? No, he opts to use the mega early. Is there a shot coming in? There it is.
Yeah. Early shock from France as their bagger is gone 10, as we see on the mini maps.
That's rare. Yeah. That's rare. Is he actually gone 10? That is very rare to see in GV.
From a 10. Yeah.
It's not rare, but like if he full shock later, then yeah, that's a good shock to use if he's in 10.
But again, this mini map, France is just kind of already cemented top 2, especially at Byron.
Is this BC3? Is this BC3 in disguise? What's going on?
Yeah.
Let's switch to Alex. He does get back redded there. He does get back redded. See what he chains here. Wow, he actually doesn't go for a box at all. I mean, he keeps the shroom. I think that's safe. Safe way to go. Maintain that 3-4-5.
Yeah, Sal taking cut unless there's some late Italy shot, which there actually is.
There is, but I don't think it's enough. It's definitely not enough to catch top 2. But just a secure 3-4-5, yeah. Yeah, safe way to go. 3-4-5-6, good salvage.
Yeah, considering that mini-map split that France was just literally guaranteed top 2, that's the best possible scenario for Team Italy, and very strategical and smart early shock, knowing that their bagger was gone 10. It's just unlucky that they did not get that second shock.
Yeah. So we got after race 4. Are we going 12 race or is this 3GP format?
3GP format.
Okay. All right. Oh nope, 12 race it looks like.
Or I meant like 12 race. I thought you asked
12 race. Yeah. Or not. 12 race or 3GP. Yeah. So we got 12 race going on. So far, we are a third of the way in, and the boys in blue have a 16-point lead. Definitely doable here for Italy, though.
Yeah, it's only one top 3 away, still striking distance, and it's just been small winning races for France. If Italy can just get that one massive, huge winning race, they could definitely use that one race to start building potential momentum into future races.
Indeed, we see that MH coming out here for Team France. It's a good top 2 track. MG it is. MG is not the ultimate reset. You do have a little bit of control of items, like especially if you're like, top 2-4, you can drop a little bit in 4th for a 5th or 6th. But in top 2, expect top 2 to run, and one of the bottom spots potentially to get a draft into a mid spot. Yeah, Byron hopping out of line immediately, trying to prevent the draft there, as you saw, but we saw Cross drafting up regardless. Very important draft there for Cross.
And a red actually connecting onto Eastshore.
Yeah, good red. I think Eastshore definitely pulled a fib in that scenario. Oh, it's a good snipe too. It's a good snipe attempt. He's trusting their Fatal to avoid that. That was right on Cross's line, but doesn't connect. Looks like one of the baggers already committed super early, opting not to wait for that 30-second box. And we'll see who that is coming up in the bagging battle. Whoever's in 10th gets overtaken. It's hard to see who committed first. Both of them are neck and neck.
Yeah, we will see soon if both the baggers here do.
At least two of them have shrooms. There's Fatal though, and there's Raz. Fatal is wide.
Oh,
Fatal's all the way in the wide wall. Top 2 here for ITA.
And Ice is in 10 right now as well. He's just got that box 10.
That has to be a drift. That has to be a hop drift going the wrong way. I mean, if you're going for hopless, you're definitely not going all the way out there.
No chance. Yeah.
Fatal is in bad position here. Maybe Alex could schlag a little bit, go a little slow with this green. He opts to keep his line though, does Alex. Maybe a shot coming in. If it's an FR shot, we're going to see it right now. Doesn't look like it. Are we going to see a back on cut here maybe from Alex? We do not see it.
The Reds might
That's Fatal.
on each other.
Oh, somebody failed gap there in 3rd. Good race from Italy.
Yeah, no, very huge that it was shockless or they were just holding it there, but exactly as I said, that's the exact race that Italy needed to bring this back. Only going to be a single-digit deficit now.
That has to be a massive sigh of relief for Italy. Not only that, but also a race worth celebrating. Really, and especially considering if you play a race well, you celebrate. But if somebody fails, your eyes light up, your eyes open, and you're like, oh, we failed, let's go, guys. So it makes it even more of a reason to celebrate, considering that fail from Fatal. And I think that's the race that Italy needed to rally the troops. 1-3-4.
But yeah, now with this this new momentum shift, potentially we could see, or most likely just going to be seeing DDR coming from Team Italy with this 1-3, but only a 9-point deficit now, so still anyone's match. And RBC coming out from Team France, very important for this. Definitely the most important track to get the beginning drafts, as it could completely change up the entire race. Just RBC just known for that domino effect, that so many good double back spots on the track. And we do see Maple coming out from Team Italy, the first cannon track seeing here in this match. So Shock is even more powerful on said cannon tracks in this game, as you are completely immune to anything in your surroundings. So
yeah, I wanted to see, Alex is probably going to hop and cut. He does. Yeah, 1-4 for Italy going to be running. We saw Byron drafting on the other POV, and all of a sudden they're 1-3 here. Fatal in first, outlining, I think, and then Byron getting that draft. It is a 1-3 early on here for France, but going to be broken up by Alex.
Yeah, very weird that France did not opt to let anyone contest Alex for that box 8, which meant that Alex just got that free golden. But that snipe also coming out. So now completely shift, I believe.
I think you mega here. You absolutely mega here. That is exactly what Alex does. Good play to avoid, and he does get Istior as well, to avoid a potential back green from Istior. That is exactly the play that he needed to do. He needed to make.
And now we see complete switch up here with most of Italy in the front.
Baggers are even here. They both respawn at the same time pretty much. So, I mean, a neutral instance in the bagging battle 100% favors Italy here.
Oh! Unfortunate back bomb onto
Only catches Alex, but still definitely the shakeup. Now it's all mixed.
Yeah, at this point, anyone's race, depending on if the shock does get pulled. But looking at the mini-map there, does seem like one of the baggers does have. I don't see two Funkies sitting at the set, I believe.
Oh, I think that bomb might have gotten off the track there from Alex. One of the baggers looks like he has it.
Yeah, one
I
baggers is
mean,
running. So we
yeah,
could potentially see
expect.
a team dodging here.
Yeah, this is gonna be France in first though. Getting blued after cannon, it looks.
No
Seem like the
shock coming out.
spots are still mixed going into cannon, surely.
Yeah. Yeah, Fatal is dead there, but still,
I think
anyone's
someone
race
might have.
here.
I don't know. I don't know if shock was lost or I saw somebody in a star there, but it's gonna be Byron in first, locking it down with the Shroom in one pretty comfortably.
Yeah, but we do see Italy in 5, 6, 7. Shock coming out.
No,
Byron's
yeah,
actually.
TS attempt on Byron, but he slowed down preemptively on the other POV, and we're gonna see France, I think, with a 1-3-4 potentially.
Yeah, definitely gonna be a winning race here
One
with a
three
1-3-4.
four. Yep. When I said spots were mixed, I think lap 3 it was actually France with the better spots. I couldn't quite catch it because Byron had an ad on his screen and I couldn't quite catch, but that bomb was huge. Yeah, I mean the spots were relatively mixed before that bomb. Lap 2.
Yeah, entering lap 3, Italy was mostly kind of, I think it was a 5, 6, 7. I do believe Cross was trying his best there to take Byron out of one, but uh, an Italy shock, but again, very good, or it was Sal, my mistake, sorry, but very good prediction from Byron, as that TS would have just gotten Sal first there, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean I'm trying to think of where else that shock could have been used because I could have sworn that shock was pulled. It looked like shock was pulled at the end of lap 2.
Yeah, it was pulled pretty early, yeah.
It might have been a sign that one of France slowed in cannon as well. Which is what you'd expect from a team like France. They're a very decent team. I know that lately, historically in the World Cup, they have kind of fell short, but this particular lineup is they have a good sense about them, and I think that is a play that you would expect to make, slowing in cannon there to potentially nullify a shock. I mean, it's been mostly. Here's the thing, too. It's been mostly Italy track picks, and we see another one here.
Yeah, they have been getting their resets whenever France does get the winning race, but they haven't really been able to capitalize as much as kind of what is possible.
Only a 22-point deficit, though, so still possible here for the boys in green, but we'll see what happens. Istior in first here, in sniping range, but it's not going to be a snipe anyway because of red. Gets the red taken out. This is a key exchange here. Alex, is he going to stay tight? Is he not going to be afraid to stay tight? Is he going to go wide? Yep, he stays tight. Not afraid to stay in that pocket. No dockless attempt here from Alex. He's really not afraid to stay in that line.
Oh, a good fib attempt from Ishtar, not connecting. But Sal is the
waiting
first
till
double
30
taken.
seconds as well. Neither bagger really extending there. And I think we might. Seeing Alex getting France into boxes as well. Such a huge shock, especially considering, like you mentioned, that whoever had the shock is in 10th after the build troll attempt.
And yeah, now even though Italy's still,
but Italy are top 2 though. It's just actually, was that an Italy shock? I'm not sure.
No, definitely a France shock. Just Italy has gotten such a large lead before that
Okay,
shock.
yeah, fair enough.
But France need a blue or like triple shrooms for. But looking at the other POV, actually on Alex POV, he does have these triple shrooms in
This
4,
is so
as I
huge
just
for Italy.
said. Yeah, this could be a top 3 potentially.
This is very much top 3 contention. Byron lands
Oh,
on a
and
fib.
Sal. Yeah. So that is just top 3, I do believe. Or yeah, top 3. Sal still in third. This could be the race that Italy need. Pow coming out. Great hop dodge. And yeah,
And
top
Raz, oh, he
3.
got hit though. Raz was gonna take cut, but he got hit.
Oh, he's in 5th still.
Top
Top
3 5 for
5.
Italy.
Yeah. And yeah,
Just
that
like
is
that.
there. Yeah, one race, as I said, for this entire war, and they're now in the lead, for the first time this war.
Yeah. And I mentioned it, that early exchange there between Istior and Alex. Potentially Alex with a little bit of I'm in your head right there. He went tight on every turn and was able to gain ground on Istior and really pressure him. And Istior eventually lost his spot, and that was wraps, considering that they had the shock. Those early exchanges with shock already kind of secured the race for Italy.
Yeah, but even again on a track like DSDS, even with that early shock, from Team France, they couldn't really just catch up, to that original top 2, that Italy had. So just great, just showing that it was just well played by Italy. Definitely deserving race here, and we are going to be seeing in the rep chat a reset being called by Team Italy. So we are gonna see room being reset. Most likely soon spots will be claimed, but with 5 races to go, again, Italy are in the lead. Still anyone's match though.
Yeah. Just like that, I just noticed as well. They're up by 5 now. Italy, first lead of the war here, and I mean France, just when they needed it, Italy got their track picks, and we're seeing a reset. Never mind. Much needed clearing of headspace here, potentially for France.
But yeah, as room resets, we could probably take kind of a small break until there's like 6 in room, and then we could continue on if you're okay with that.
Mhm.
All right, so we will be right back as the room starts to fill. So just a quick break.
All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are back at it again. France versus Italy. 7 races in. We've got 5 left with a 5-point lead for Italy. Their first lead of the game.
Yeah, and what we've seen so far, just to catch up a bit, Team France has been getting actually a majority of the winning races. They've just been so small that they haven't really gotten that big of a lead yet. And then Team Italy getting the top 3-5 on Delfino Square, race 7, getting us to this situation and position here, as you said, up 5 with 5 left. And one more quick thing just to point out, due to basically every team gets 2 resets that they're able to use in case of disconnections or any of that stuff, just to reset the room, as you saw due to the rules, Italy took too long to kind of start up again, so they have no resets left. So could
Gotcha.
play.
Okay, no resets. We saw Alex trail cross there inadvertently. I was gonna say good start. Oh, it gets red. A good start from Sal and Alex lines wise, but both Alex and Cross respectively falling behind.
Yeah, and he's oh, but unfortunate
I
bump.
don't think that was intentional. Him missing the trick there. Nice schlag.
Yeah. And
well, now he has to
schlag
schlag even more because he hits the wall. Now he has to at this point, right?
Yeah, but getting this pack split, very good considering 3 of Italy are in this bottom 4, and now Byron just holding this blue. So pretty good position here for Team France.
One of the baggers is in possession of it. He is going forward on the ramp. Yeah. Whoever that bagger is on the half pipe, that is the one with shock, it looks like.
We will maybe, definitely too far away from the runner POV to see. So, but maybe later we will see Star coming out from Alex. No shock, it seems, but
that was Byron, okay, wait, I saw some shakiness there. He almost fell off, and then there's the geyser, but he has the blue, so not too much of a matter.
Yeah, but unfortunate TC coming out from Alex with only Italy around, but Cross actually slows down. Probably just a mega use here. Most likely. Yeah, but France is in top 3, it seems, as we do see 4, 5, 6 from Italy. So yeah, Byron's just holding this blue for this top 3 France.
And is okay, Alex. And is Cross really gonna be the one to take Ultra? Because Raz is the one that's gonna unblock if anything.
Also, I lied. Never mind. 2 of France.
Switch to Byron POV here. Switch to Byron. See if we see any glitch takers from Italy's side. Cross is going for it. Does he get it? Looks like he might have.
I think he did. Yeah.
There's Cross. Let's see what he gets.
Late shot coming out, but we do see bottom 2 currently for Team France. So maybe a winning race for Italy, depending on the mid spot positions, but totally fine. Never mind, Raz does get hit out, unfortunately, but still fine for Italy considering France was in most of the top spots, and with blue being held for the entire race.
You are correct on that one. I don't think he broke first, but there is a decent chance that he might have slipped into second there. Was Cross. Does only get 5th out of that, but still 2 4 5 here. Good salvage from Italy. Yeah,
very good glitch take from Crosshair to salvage as much as possible. Only a minimal losing race there, and it's gonna be extremely close now, maybe even potentially tied going into this final GP. So still anyone's match. And this win is definitely going to be very huge for either team, considering how close it actually is. And it actually is tied 244 a team. So yeah, just whoever does win this next GP here will take the win here. So
nice. And it's good to see. I mean, it's good to see Cross is holding his own. I think he's up there in the Endivs. Before this race, he was Italy's second scorer. And yeah, that did mention that is going to be one of Italy's keys to win is is obviously Cross. I mentioned he's improved a lot, and maybe not one of the stronger players on paper out of the 8, but on his day, and this one might be his day, this is a key for Italy's win here. That being said, it is a tie, and also I think more favorable spots here for France. You know, first can take Sandhop, and third can maybe dictate the pace a little bit.
Alex does
Bad
unfortunately fail, but Cross does have triple red, so it is completely fine for Alex's position here. Early 2-3-4 from Team Italy, and again, yeah, triple shells here, so could see some potential slagging. 2 greens up.
Oh, beautiful on the.
Yeah,
one on the boxes and one just to the side of it. Does catch one of France, and he's a sniper in cheer with the bomb. Can put it right before the boost panel. There it is. Gets Knight.
Oh, great snipe, yeah.
And another one. Here
bomb.
we go. Is Byron gonna get hit? No, he's taking the Star Ultra anyway.
Yeah, so Byron will be getting. But he unfortunate slip up on that Ultra.
That would have been top 2.
Back. Yeah, would have. And a back bomb, which fortunately
doesn't
for
connect.
Byron.
Doesn't connect, yeah.
But this mega pull.
But he does get mega, Byron.
Yeah, so Byron. But on the other period, Byron did pass it to his bagger, so he's not completely gone 8 from that TC. And again, Alex has another bomb. That's like 4 bombs for him this race here. But I think pretty mixed up spots here, considering 2 of
one of the baggers has it. I have no idea who though. And this is gonna be telling. This is gonna be telling right here.
Yeah, if we do see a shock here, yeah, I think an Italy shock coming out. Sal dodging as well. Yeah,
Sal dodging the mega.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
Fatal,
it's a
Fatal
comfortable.
Yeah, Fatal has a commanding lead in 1 right now, though. So Italy most likely is going to be playing for this 2, 3, 4.
A blue comes in. Only a shock red could get Fatal out of first here, though. We'll see. We'll see.
Depending on this last set here, France is bottom 3, though. So they need to pull Shrooms here to maybe clutch up this race in some way. But Sal taking cut, actually, but does mess up a bit from that POW.
2, 3, 4 doesn't matter. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 7, I believe, from Team Italy. Huge shock from Ice to get Team Italy back in the lead. But definitely the huge turning point is Byron on that Ultra. Would have been very huge for Team France, as it was just Fatal, just kind of 1v2ing that entire race. He did keep 1 still, considering of how big of a lead that was, but it could have just been so much better for Team France.
And I do think that is the exact spot to use shock there with 2 dodges. Absolutely pull the trigger first set. I mean, well, Alex really had a 50-50 choice. You go for Star Ultra, or do you chain into a 8th or 7th, or you opted to go for the Ultra. Made it cleanly, unlike Byron in that second lap, rather, which was a very key mistake, by the way. That was kind of the turning point almost for ITA. The shock was just this icing on the cake.
And looking at the rep chats as well, Team Italy also might have a -5 pen to add on to that winning race. So it could matter, considering how close this war is. Those 5 points could easily matter in that ending result.
It could matter, yeah. I mean, we'll see. The pen won't be posted till next race, though, so we'll keep a hawk eye on that one. And for those of you curious, the World Cup refereeing staff will be the same as GSC. So we'll be right on top of that, myself included.
Yeah, as you are one of the GSC referees, so yeah, you could definitely give us a perfect telling of if it is a 5 or not. But 2, 3, 4, the stadium pick coming out from Italy here. But Alex opting to sit. Definitely don't hate the play here. And a good triple Shrooms pull to take the cut here. But pretty mixed up spots. Depends if Fatal is still in 1 for Team France. And the back bomb onto 1 from each team.
1-on-1, yeah.
I think.
Pay attention to the bagging battle here. It looks like one of the baggers committed early and might have honestly hold shrooms as well in 10th.
Yeah,
So he
there
has
is
a
a back.
decent.
Oh, but there is a build being used. I think Tony is in 10th
Yeah,
considering Raz
no
is
wonder.
using
Yeah,
both.
no wonder whoever in 10th had shrooms anyway. I was gonna say that's a big risk to take, but one of the runners did have the shrooms, so it gave him free reign to pull a box in 10. And we'll see what happens later on this race. We see a cut taker getting into 1, but couldn't quite see who it is. The other POV is on an ad. Let's see who this bagger is coming up.
Yeah, bottom 2 POVs
That's
right now. Oh,
LCDZ.
yeah, 2 POVs in our bottom 2 right now, so not sure what the top spots are looking like right now. But do see a lot of Italy in the back here.
Yeah, mostly France up there with potential shock here. With a potential shock. I don't know if he pulled it yet, but he was in 10. So we'll see.
Yeah, France could be top 3 for all we know, as 3 of the 4 Italy
A
is
massive
in
break
bottom
in first
4.
as well. This is so
Yeah.
good for France. This is so good.
This is exactly the race they need to get back. But Alex,
Wait a minute.
doing the golden strat.
They're 3,
to
4, 5.
potentially-
They might be 1, 3, 4, 5 here.
Yeah. This golden
Sal's
strat's gonna
all
be
alone.
huge. Knight is gone 1 right now. Yeah, so definitely gonna be a first here. Unless a TS happens onto Sal.
This is telling. Where's shock gonna come here?
No? Oh, shock comes out. A shock blue.
Oh my god, that's a dodge, or not a dodge, that's a shock, target shock onto France, it looks like.
Honestly, very smart.
Well, no, Alex dodged, or Alex got TS too, actually.
Considering how close it was, I don't think anyone got TS, but considering how close it was, TSing was definitely not the play. But because blue...
Alex got TS, he was a
TS,
sole TSer. Yeah.
But that was smart as well, considering the blue to get the shock blue onto Sal for Byron to pass. So yeah, but my mistake there. But top 2, 4, 5 on Team France, getting the lead back up 14 going into the last 2 races. But again, this pen here that was just sent in rep.
This penalty could be the difference. You never know. There it is. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it is
bagger going forward. Was that the bagger? Yeah, it looked like it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the bagger. Yeah, that is going to be a -5 added onto France's score. Well, subtracted really from France's score.
So yeah, with that -5, only down 9 as the true score here. So still winnable for either team in MC3. Definitely a race here that can bring huge winning races. A big
for a moment I had GSC brain. I know there's some new players here. So it's a Mario Kart World Cup cast. To paint the picture, the France bagger pushed one of the Italy players into the dirt before the DDR turn skip, which warrants a minor troll, aka -5. So we will be seeing that added on or subtracted.
But we did see that star in 7 from Alex, but Byron shrooming up Italy early in top 2 here. So Cross will potentially be working on
Byron.
getting
Byron wasn't going for a draft at first, but now he's really trying his best. Now he's got to be careful. Cross is going to have an item, and we'll see. Cross might have a shroom here. No, he doesn't. If he doesn't have it's actually better not to have a shroom there.
Nana up does not connect. Still top 2 for Italy. We do see a lot of France behind Byron
such
here.
a lucky shroom in second there for Cross. Really solidifying at the top 2 still, actually, for Italy. I thought it might have been top 3 for a moment.
Yeah, top 2 still. Sal is, or not Sal, sorry, Alex. Alex is still holding that star in 8. Mega 3 from Byron, though. So whatever team has shock could get a huge winning race.
He's holding
here.
this mega. There has to be a France shock here in possession. He's going to call him out a cut here, probably.
There is a blue for Team Italy as well.
He goes around. There it is.
So Byron in 1. But again, Sal Alex dodging.
Yeah.
And Sal actually top 2.
That's
Both
an
of
Italy
Team
shock.
Italy dodging.
That's an Italy
Yeah.
shock. Yeah, we saw Byron going around cut. He didn't want to get TS'd in it, so that was a prediction coming from Byron, and that had to have been Italy shock.
Another huge shock from Team Italy. Yeah, again, double dodge, and this is going to be neck and neck going into the
Oh my
final race.
God.
Just depends what those final two Italy spots um were, but could be a lead from Italy by single digit, could be a deficit. Top 247, definitely going to be a lead going into the final race.
That is such a big back from Raz. If I want to really like micro analyze it, right? Typically in a top two scenario, you know, you're susceptible to being double backed in third, right? And it looked to me like
Mhm.
Byron kind of figured that first didn't have anything to back or wasn't going to back, so he stayed in a tight line. And Raz backed in that tight line, getting the better of the mind game and really solidifying that race. And Raz, we haven't really talked much about Raz. He hasn't really made too much of a statement. That might have been the statement that was needed for Italy.
Yeah, even though points isn't hasn't been his strongest suit this war, he's definitely making those plays for his other teammates to get those points, as we see. And yeah, 6 point lead going into the final race. And for Italy, or sorry, for Team France, to get this win here, they will need a 34 point race here to get
In
the
both
win.
actors.
And Italy, all they need to get is a 27-point race or more to keep the win. And TF, one of their strongest running tracks in the game, and very strong for top 2-4, as these beginning drafts could be very huge.
Indeed. We'll take a look. The drafts matter so much. We already see a 1-3-4 here. If you're Alex, you schlag here surely, or maybe throw a red. Yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad idea, but it doesn't connect. I was gonna say
Yeah.
maybe schlag, maybe like swerve a little bit, maybe slow down a little bit, make it difficult for France. But Istio really grinding his way up there.
Ooh.
Byron hitting someone out too. That's what you need to do if you're Alex, though. That is exactly what you need to do. Gets Istior, misses Byron.
Yeah, very good. Schlag and triple shrimps for amazing, but
Oh,
never mind. I think Eastward failed the cut, but the cross
cross.
is also hit with Eastward, not off the track though. So Byron does actually get into 1-2-3 for Team Italy.
Who was that
Uh,
failed? I didn't catch it.
Eastward failed.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, very even spots now with a 1-4 for France. Snipe range. Here we go. There it
Oh!
is. Yeah.
Oh, but the insta blue, that is
Oh, whose blue
unlucky.
was that? No way. Whose
Yeah,
blue?
that could have been for either team, yeah.
Yeah, that was instantly after the snipe.
But even after that, Italy is still pretty mixed up spots, but Byron now pulls that second blue.
This
This
is
time
big.
Fatal is in
This is a
one.
big blue pull.
Yeah. All France need is some shrooms, even shockless, as long as they shroom up, or obviously
And
if they do
Byron has
pull
so
shock.
much separation. He has so much separation from fifth. He's safe here. Absolutely. If you can just avoid the backs from Italy, we might see a very like razor's edge finish here. We're not going to see much in terms of shakeup in top four unless there's a back.
Yeah,
Much more pressure on Italy.
unless Fatal does do something. Shock does come out. There are dodgers.
Who is
We will
it?
see though. It is
France
Team
coming up. Here
France.
we go.
This could be what France need. Eastor taking cut.
Oh,
Red
and
coming
Sal
out
is
onto
out.
Sal. And that is top four potentially.
France have done it. Oh my
That
goodness, man.
Yeah, perfect way to end it. Again, I think it is a top four actually for Team France to get the win, but valiant effort from Italy to bring it down to the final race as one of the lower seeded teams in the group. So definitely an accomplishment for them still, um, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, what a nail biter. France certainly didn't have that on their bingo card, but they managed to pull it off. And for all the France fans around the world, Ayez le Bleu, they have done it.
But yeah, what a way to get that first group stage match completely. At least it wasn't, or it was very close every single race. No blowout seen on any of the races. It was just small winning races, both teams keeping it close. Um, Definitely the perfect way to start this World Cup.
And I mean, just this is as a viewer, I mean, that is exactly what you would have wanted, right? You saw players like Cross stepping up. You saw a couple of fails from Fatal. I mean, you saw like a very even match both ends and just down to the wire, just down to the shock. And I'd say, bagging battle's fairly even. I think both baggers got shocks when they needed it. Tony got it when he needed it. And honestly, fair play to everyone. Fair play all around. Good match. Good one to watch. And remember, Italy are playing Latin America in this next match. And we'll see how they can respond.
Yeah, they still have that second match to kind of redeem themselves and get that potential 1-1 start, which isn't too bad for a group stage setting.
Uh, yeah, I was talking about how fun that was as a viewer to watch. As a caster, my God, there was so much going on. And really happy to have casted that one. All around, super solid stuff. Stay tuned for the next match, guys. We'll see if Italy can bounce back from a much heartbreakatory match. Pardon my dictionary usage, but yeah, we'll see you guys pretty shortly. We'll take a break.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mario Kart Wii World Cup group stage. We are joined here for our second match of the day of Italy versus Latin America, and I am joined here by Sparkster.
Hello, yeah. And as we saw, if all of you guys were watching the first match, a very intense match came down to the last race, and valiant effort from Italy, but France did take the win by 23 points. So,
Yeah, we'll be really interested to see if we get a Italy bounce back here off the second match, or if Latin America goes off the jump here and tries to take another one away from Italy. And we're just going to, instead of traditionally going through our lineups, we're going to jump straight into it due to the short change. And we are leading off here with some N64 Sherbetland, complementing the even spots for Latin America.
yeah, and just I guess we could just do tiny bit for Italy's lineup. It is the exact same as we did see in the last match, just Scamp for ice bagging, and for Latin America they're using Dose, Victor, Mike, Nact, and Stripe bagging. But yeah, entering this RSL race here, definitely the item here will be Goldens and Triple Shrooms here. One of Italy and LTA both sitting for that box A, but one of them is pulling a TC. It is Nact. But great Mega just to avoid that TC pass from Nact here, and gonna be pretty mixed up spots here entering the cave.
Yeah, as we do see items flying around here, trying to just get outside. We do have a back bomb right immediately here at the end of the cave, sending Italy back here to sixth place. Latin America taking that 4-5 spot away. As we do see Dose here in second, Raz trying to run away here with the first place. Interested to see what the item situation is going to turn out to here. We do see a POW off screen in seventh in the back. Triple Nanas here for Dose. Interested to see how aggressive they're going to play here. We do see some forward up, no connection, unfortunately.
Yeah, Raz is holding down one with Scamp. Pretty gone in 10, honestly, so it could mean that Italy does have a potential shock already, only during lap 2, but 2-3 still for LT, for Latin America. They just need that blue from the mid spots, but Green Snipe attempt does not connect. And yeah, with this pack split as well, basically, yeah, LTA just need this blue as quickly as possible unless Dose does hit a crazy snipe here.
Yeah, and then with this presumed Italy shock as well, everything's just going in their favor right now. Their number one priority is holding that first and then getting second out of there. As we do see with some more triple nanas trying to just take Italy out of first. And then we do see Italy also in the mid pack as well, but for Latin America, I believe it's 2-3-5. We do see that blue start to come out here on the other side, so we'll be seeing it here, and it looks like it may connect here with Latin America instead.
Yeah, so now 1-3 now, with Mike still in third, could potentially maybe get into second. Red coming out does not connect. It is looking like a 1-3 bottom 2 though, I think, for Latin America. Maybe a sneaky sixth from Victor here, but considering kind of that pack split for that race, definitely a fine race for Italy, still 2-4-5-6. So only a +1 and then -1 for both teams.
Yeah, real quickly while we do wait for races, let's go take a look here at this Latin America lineup to get familiar with them. As we do see going forwards for Latin America, we do have Dose, Victor, Mike, and Nacht, and then you have Stripe going backwards for the Latin America team here.
Yeah, and definitely a team with lots of World Cup experience and just lots of high div experience as well. Obviously, Mike, really well known with different teams such as JX and KG, many seasons and years in D1 on RTs and CTs. So definitely going to use that experience to his advantage. And the same thing can be said for Victor and Nact, who have also all played high div in the past for teams, well, for Victor in SE and IF, and Nact with KG as alongside Mike, and with Dose being kind of, I'd say, the most new gen, I guess, top player coming up, but he's still been around for a very long time, and it's definitely going to be definitely no advantage seeing from both teams as they both teams have lots of World Cup experience. So definitely no advantage can be seen on a team just using that previous World Cup experience to uh, for more positive kind of changes.
Yeah, and for anybody that has not seen yet, off screen we do have a disconnection and a reset popping on, so it will be a couple minutes here before we get to our next race. And as a history, at least for Latin America, um, going back in 2020 and 2021, both they went to the bracket stage and only made it past to the quarterfinals. Italy, on the other hand, has never made it past this group or Swiss stage, depending on the past couple of years. So it'll be interesting to see with both these teams if they can replicate any sort of if they can replicate the success that they've had in terms of Latin America, or be able to breach new heights. In Italy's case here, over time, Italy and Latin America have only met once in the World Cup, and that was way back in 2015, where Latin America took the win by the score of 378 to 324. Um, that was obviously over 10 years ago. This has been 11 years now in the making, to see what happens with this match here.
Yeah, as you said, there is again a reset, yeah, being called by Team Italy. So we could take a small intermission break until we get most of the people in the room. So we'll be right back.
Alrighty,
And
welcome back. We are back here ready for race two of Italy, Latin America, after taking just a short break here. Believe spots were not kept, so we are back in just alternating. Italy back in odd spots and Latin America back in even spots. So yeah, ready to kick this thing back off. We do see a MT here, looks like from Italy, and then RBC coming from Latin America here.
yeah, again, pretty most common 2-4 track seeing is RBC for Latin America. And be really, really important for these beginning drafts as this track is super heavy in front running. So many good spots to double back and coordinate with your teammates, considering there's so many tight and just small turns in the castle section.
Yeah, as we do see Dose here in second, first opting to swerve out of the way, try to prevent a draft here from Latin America in fourth. Looks like it's not going to really matter anyway, as Cross is able to outline Mike. Italy taking top two here. Um, Mike here at 3-4. Looks like an accidental red here from Dose, giving Italy here a top three and then a TC in fourth. Nothing is going Latin America's way here to start it off with, unless Dose could get rid of this TC here.
Yeah, so many things going on. Bomb, Red's crack, but at the end of all of that, that TC does get passed on to Alex. So we unfortunate start from Nag. So a few minor kind of communication mistakes so far this race, but nothing too major yet. But spots still pretty mixed up with one of Italy in the back. Actually, never mind. I think Italy is Italy's top three right now, actually, with many LTA members in the mid pack and a good green onto Dose. Um, but Alex is just gonna hold down into eighth here. But so far, yeah, Italy in top 2-4 or even top three so far with a pretty huge pack split.
Yeah, as we see, both of our POVs here are in the back. Dose opting to shroom up. Alex with a golden right behind him, and we do see just some more shrooming trying to get back up into this pack here, or what at least remains of one here in the middle. Triple shrooms just being the name of the game, and Dose is going to do the same here. Dose is going to do the same here with the golden, try to get back up here, and yeah, do see it looks like. From our POV, 4, 5, 6 here for Latin America with a mega sitting at 6 here. By the way, for all you guys here on the double screen, POVs are flipped. Labels are not really what you see, but we do see Dose in 5th here with now moving up into 4th with a mega. We do see Alex with a star in 8th, and just trying to see who has the shot come down to the standstill. As we do see Star get activated in 8th. Looks like Latin America maybe holding on to the shock here if it's in play.
Yeah, Nact is really trying his best here. Mega is being used here. Unfortunate, no chain. Nact is hit out from a back red by Sal. And we do see a lot of Italy in the back, or behind Dose. And yeah, shocked out by an Italy shock. So it should be a comfortable top two for Team Italy. I believe it is top 2-4 still behind Dose. But just going to be most likely a winning race here unless a major mistake happens from Dose, which does not. And never mind, T-Pow coming out onto Raz from LTA, so salvaging a 3-4-5 after that shock. But well played from Team Italy. That race just kept the top spots, and as I said, very strong front running track.
Yeah, Italy was able to hold on to first that entire race there, even with all the shenanigans that were happening in the middle of that track. Latin America, however, getting at least 3, 4, 5 out of that, being able to piece together some sort of salvage there. Top 2, 6, 7 for Italy. Insert your favorite meme there, and Italy trying to get back after that 1-point swing in Latin America's favor. They're going to get a couple points in their favor as well.
Yeah, so far, no team breaking away yet, which is always good. For both teams, obviously, do not want to play kind of comeback or just chasing after for the entire war, as you just usually play kind of more risky, more aggressive. So still fine for both teams to play their own way, to still settle in to kind of the current situation, the current games, play styles of everyone. But seeing next tracks, BC3 coming out from LTA, huge swing track due to the cuts in the middle of the track and a Moonview Highway. Pretty strong runner complementing that top two from Team Italy.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's going to be
Moonview. Yeah, we do see Moonview Highway come into play here. And after 2 races, Italy now taking a favorable 8-point swing coming in here. top 2 on this track. That's all you can ask for. Interesting to see if fourth place is able to pop a draft here for Latin America. And we do see, looks like second place might have burned out there. Unfortunate bump there off of first place, though, for Dose. We do see that top 2 still intact for Italy, with Victor and Dose trying to break that up here.
Still top
Yeah, nope.
2 for Italy. Unfortunate car hit from Dose, gonna set him back a bit, and the greens from Victor as well. So should be a pretty strong top 2 so far by Italy, and pretty good break as well, as we do see on the mini map here. So LTA will need to hope for a potential early blue, early POW, or even an early shock here. And as I say that, early blue coming out onto Team Italy here. So gonna be setting them back a tiny bit. Raz trying to lag bomb car. Dose here does not connect. And still Italy top 2 triple reds pull from Raz, and Mike is forced into that star. And great hit actually from Mike onto a Team Italy member there.
Yeah, especially the beginning of the race there, we did kind of see the impact of Italy playing a whole match before, just able to go and fire off completely, play a bit to more of a precise standard. Latin America still trying to work out all the kinks, just trying to make sure that they can, minimize all the errors that they can make and try to keep themselves into this. As we do see, it looks like Latin America might have taken over second in that place. We do see a fifth place mega here for Dose. If Latin America has got the shock here, that could be a big place for them. And yeah, we do see a blue being held for Italy as well. So, and then there goes Italy in the bomb car. Bomb cars away all match long here in this race. And we do see that mega being used. No shock in tandem with the Shroom. Wait. What a way to clutch third there for Dose. That's a 2-3-5 for Latin America.
Yeah, that was very, very lucky, considering Scamp did get hit by that bomb car, either losing shock or was just shockless altogether. But very good that shock was not used by Latin America, because Dose and Mike were both in megas, could have completely swung that entire race in those last 10 seconds.
Yeah, as we await the official placements here, the official damage, it is a 2-3-5-7 there for Latin America. After that race, Sal able to hold on to that first place after all that chaos at the beginning, and being able to give some sort of salvage there for Italy, as it's only a 1-point swing in Latin America's favor after that race. So we're still right in the thick of it here. Only 3 races in.
Yeah, still very close altogether. Yeah, again, 7-point lead. And as you did say during that race there, Italy does have that warm-up. As you said, they did play a whole 12 races before this, so they're definitely in that flow state, in the zone, compared to LTA, as they're still trying to get themselves in. But if they do want to get themselves in, they have to get it soon, or else Italy could just start chaining these winning races.
Yeah, and the most important thing about that is they have put that loss that they just suffered about 20 minutes ago behind them, and they're been able to just give them a reset. This is a new match, new race, all of that as we jump into GBA BC3 here with that 2-3-5 there for Latin America. There in Latin America's favor. Trail Nana going off here for Dose in third. Triple Greens are now out, trying to take away all of Italy's front presence, or mid presence rather, as they can. Sal hits the thwomp. We do see a Shroom here in second for Dose. Do see an Ultra attempt here for Noct in first. Do see the Shroom cut here in succession for Dose, and then a golden attempt here for Alex in second. Now trying to challenge here Dose for that first spot, and he will take it for the time being.
Yeah, lots of people making cuts, so there is still a pack split, as it is in fashion of BC3, but not as big as some other races. But does seem, from the other POV, Dose's control actually DCing. Welcome to Nunchuck players. I am one of those users, so I do know that feeling, but does give Alex a larger lead in one. We will see if Alex does get a block onto cut properly. But it is quickly unblocked actually by LTA, so both of Nact and Dose taking cut and getting themselves back up into top 2.
Yeah, what a way to take the punches and swing back there for Dose with slight controller disconnection back into first place to the Shroom. There's really no other better position to be in, especially with how BC3 gives. You're able to just to draft off your teammate, go just try to build a lead here in the top 2 positions. Really can't ask for much more. As I do see Italy though in 3-4 trying to give some sort of challenge here for that top 2 position. We do see a Shroom here for Alex. Be interested to see if he looks like there's going to be no cut block attempt here. Latin America is just going to go for a top 2. They make it top 2 here. They're just going to try to extend their lead. We do see a target shot come in for a team in Latin America's favor there. Italy's 3-4 now taken out of it, but they did still have 5th beforehand, so they are able to hold on to that 3-4-5 position. But top 2 for Latin America is basically set, sealed, and already off to the press here as Italy tries to take a salvage here.
Yeah, very smart shot, just TSing everyone after Nact and Dose both making cut. Again, if Italy do get 3, 4, 5, 6, definitely the best salvage, but it doesn't really look like that as Victor and Mike are in 5, 6. So after a huge LTA shock, a top 2 5, 6 after unfortunate controller disconnections, as we did see from Dose, still getting that for that top 2 spot and bringing LTA back into this war.
Yeah, what a adjustment in communication as well from Latin America. First couple of races, they had some minor team kills in there, some minor miscommunication with line play and all that stuff. This was a perfect execution of what they wanted to. Beautiful top 2, way to break away with some drafts. Beautiful execution with a shock, taking away Italy's challenge of that front presence. And what a top 2 there, top 2-5 for Latin America.
But now, yeah, flipping it completely now to their favor, up 6, and now they're going to be hoping to use this now for their own advantage, maybe start getting some chained winning races here to build up a proper lead here. And something from the last match that wasn't really, I don't think what happened once is that I don't think that 31-point lead threshold was broken once, and if the viewers are unaware, 31 points is the most you can win a race at any point. So whenever a team is up by 31 or more, it is basically you're safe from losing, or you're safe from losing the war going into the next race, which wasn't really seen at all last war. It was always close no matter what. So we'll see if the same thing happens here, or we will see a team actually build up a lead.
Yeah, as we take a trip to the desert here at Dry Ruins for the 5th race, we have 3 lead changes in 4 races in this match. So if that trend holds, that ain't happening. So we do see Alex opt to take the Shroom up in the first here and try to take a front presence that Italy's had all match so far. And they're going to continue to try to have it, or try to take it back after what happened to him on BC3 there. As Dose does take the brunt end of it, is now in second, trying to take Alex right out of the position he just got.
Yeah, both our POVs pretty safe in top 2. It does seem like the 3rd place taker is actually taking Ultra. We will see good snipe from Dose onto Alex, but unfortunate Mega does set him back. Italy in top 2, and a good Mega Ultra actually from Sal in 3rd to get himself into 1, and a pretty solid lead for Italy, top 2 right now. And it does seem like Stripe is gone 10 actually. It does seem on the mini map. So if LTA does actually pull shock, could be a good comeback. Considering Italy is pretty gone in top 2.
Yeah, it looks like 9th place falling off as well. So if it is in play, it's Italy's right now. And with the top 2, that's exactly the words you want to hear from your bagger. As we do see Stripe trying to turn around over there. We do see Dose with triple reds here in 3rd, trying to take Alex out, who's got no defense at all, which he does succeed in. And now it's just 1st place up for the challenge for Dose. But 1st place got a little bit of a gap here, so we'll unsure to see how that happens, especially if we do see shot come into play here soon. that's gonna, I believe, heavily depend on the mid pack here with shrooms and dodges and all that. And here comes that shock here. Looks like it's going to. I couldn't tell you exactly who that shock was. It does guarantee Salah first, so I could lean a little bit toward Italy, especially what we saw earlier. And 1-3 here for Italy. Great punchback after BC3.
Yeah, it could be either team shock. Yeah, it is just a simple shock into set. Do believe there were no Dodgers, but huge play from Sal making that ultra very cleanly in that mega and then getting Dose out. As Dose actually sniped Alex out because Dose would have just been one and completely played a different race. But yeah, 1-3-5-8. So again, another comeback race from Italy to take the lead once again. Lots of swing back and forth, which is exactly what you want to see in these high stakes, intense matches.
Yeah, and by a lead, they mean one singular point lead. These races have just been mild swings and punches right back at each other. We do have our fourth now lead change in 5 races. Anything can happen in this World Cup, and when we say that, we truly mean it. 2023 comes to mind, where I believe it was Ireland. I want to say it was Ireland and Italy or something of the likes, where people were driving on the ceiling, a Koopa Cape, forced the top 4. It took a 2-3 situation into a top 4 for the respective winning team of that race. And even here, we've got 4 separate lead changes in 5 races. We've got a lot of pandemonium happening with item play, people trying to run away with races, people getting drawn back into the pack. Anything can happen, and that is truly the case here. We do see Maple Treeway coming out for 1-3 here for Italy, Gardens, and the Lone Koopa Cape coming out for Latin America, but that we will not be going there. We will be taking a trip out to the autumn lands of Maple Treeway.
And we will see who are going to be the cut takers here for each team. Most likely just going to be Alex for Team Italy, as he did start in 3rd, which we do see from our other POV. And a golden was pulled on Alex, so going to be pretty good from that other POV. But for now, Dose in 2nd. Sal keeping down 1 with this green so far. Could maybe do a back at the branch or the bridge. But other than that, a very good bomb coming out onto Dose from Team Italy. And yeah, this golden in 5 from Alex is very huge. As long as he keeps this and does the golden strat, should get Italy into top 2 with Cross as well in the front here.
Yeah, with the golden strat here going into effect for Alex, trying to break into that top 3 situation for him and try to maybe be able to smuggle an item. But Latin America both 2 shrooms and 2-3, denying that entrance. But you do have a mega here in 4th for Italy, which is going to put that bagger situation really into play here as we are able to look at their sitting positions here. Looks like they're both gone. Looks like potentially we do have a shock in play, and if we do see something here with Italy, this mega will be definitely a key factor of it.
Yeah, and does seem Mike is trying to force out Sal here, pretty close here. Fortunate Nana hit, and yeah, as you said, neither of the baggers are actually sitting at the set where you usually go for shock, which means that definitely one of the baggers has it, and an unfortunate kind of just run into that Nana. So gonna set Alex back and Team Italy as a whole back, considering Sal has a TC. Never mind, just ate my words. But depending on the team that has shock here, could see a shock here. Yeah, shock coming out. Shocking a lot of LTA out. I think an Italy shock, just failing to get knocked out. But top 2 now for LTA, so maybe just a miscommunication from Team Italy. But as long as there's no late blues, should be a winning race for Latin America.
Yeah, that shot could have gone either way there with just how close that pack was going to the cannon, just trying to map read something or anyways. But Nox was able to get a mega after the cannon as well. So big place for them. That's top 4 here for Latin America, actually. What a big shot there from, I presume, Latin America. Alex with the mega, just not able to get it. There's your first big punch of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Latin America top 4 in Maple Treeway, reversing the pick there from Italy.
Yeah, it could be my mistake. As you said, yeah, if they get our top four, it could have been a Latin America shot considering Dose and Nact dodged as well. It was a two people from each team dodging. Could have gone either way, but yeah, definitely just the better items coming out of Cannon. Perfect mega usage from Nact, getting himself into one. And yeah, the perfect race here, top 4-9, that plus 31 that I was talking about a couple races back and is gonna get LTA into a nice comfortable 30-point lead halfway through.
That's one of those races where you take a photo, slap it up on your fridge, admire it for the rest of the World Cup and for years to come. What a beautiful race there for Latin America. Be really interesting to see what they respond with here. If I believe BC stopped and played, so that's probably be the first track to go to there if I had to guess. We actually do see Toad's Factory come out here on the other side. So very interesting top four choice here for Latin America. Italy, once you guys don't see it yet, but Peach Gardens is going to be on the other side of that one.
Yeah, definitely very team dependent when it does come to top four TF. Obviously, a lot of teams do opt for a DKM or Rainbow Road, but TF does work. Obviously, you are in those top two, four spots, and then you just have third swerving completely right to make sure that those bottom four spots have no chance of drafting, which we will most likely see. And that's going to be, I do believe, Mike's role as he did get third to completely swerve and make sure that Italy has no chance of drafting and it is only LTA drafting.
Yeah. Italy's last bout on Toad Factory on race 12 of the last race was they gave up another top four in that situation. So hoping that they're hoping that they do not have to repeat that in this war here. As we do see Alex here in the back, just trying to get some items, trying to put some pressure on the top four. It looks like Italy, Sal did pierce into that second place position, broke that immediately. And we do see the triple shrooms right into the red, taking Dose out of fourth there. Italy's made their presence known, and they are going to challenge this right off the bat.
Yeah, they have gotten two of the four LTA runners out, so not a shabby start, but an excellent back by Victor onto a Team Italy member there on the cut. So now it's just Alex here, but still with Raz and Cross in 3-4-5. So all they need is to chain for that blue, but an unfortunate TC pull by Cross is going to set Italy back a tiny bit here.
Yeah, and the quest for the shock, this is another sitting track where the bagger is going to sit at one singular set. It's going to be that first set in that top left corner of your mini map there. Looks like we do have someone maybe pulling a bill here, trying to get rid of it, or just going back here. We may have a shock pull off the top here. That's really up for. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do see that bagger pull. Really interesting to go back there, kind of hide, and then take off. Very interesting tactic. We do see a blue fly out here for Italy, in Italy's favor there, taking knocked out of there. Then a subsequent green snipe there from Alex, getting the full punishment for running in first place there. As we do see now, it's just Alex versus Victor up here with the medium spots up for grabs. We do see Dose in third, supporting Victor up in first, and then we do see the red here from Alex come out. We do see a shock. Looks like it's gonna be a shock red on Victor. They're in Italy's favor, but it is a Latin America shock as we do have not dodging up and taking first. Do you see the red in second there for Alex? That's his race done. Looks like it's going to be around a top three scenario for Latin America if my eyes were able to catch all those name tags there at the last second. But what a ending there for Latin America. What a chaos there within the last couple turns.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stripe did begin to run as we did see that bagger coming back, maybe for a bait. But yeah, it was an LTA shock, just good prediction from Alex, but it just couldn't power the actual dodges coming from LTA and that unfortunate red. And just like we saw in that France war, not quite a top four, but that same nightmarish race of top 3-6 coming from the opponents. And yeah, as I said, this is where it could completely spiral out of control. A top 4 into a top 3-6 from LTA, and now they are above that 31-point threshold, up 53 with 5 races to go.
Yeah, I want to put a key emphasis on the word could be a lot of damage because in our play-in earlier this last week, we had two separate 60-point swings in 4 races. So mathematically, this is far from over. And from within experiences of just this World Cup, it's most certainly not over yet as well. Momentum is still a key factor within a lot of these races. And Latin America's finally been able to pull some together. It's interesting to see if they'll be able to hold it throughout the rest of the races here. But a pick here on Peach Gardens would not help out that fact there for them. And looks like that's where we are going to take a trip to here for race number 8.
Yeah, definitely a sigh of relief for Italy, at least not a third running track in a row, which could have completely potentially ended it for Italy, but a good reset track here. But LT actually opting to run in top 2, very kind of unorthodox, I'd say, just allows Italy to get most of the bottom spot boxes, which is seen with Cross and Sal being the first 2 takers and getting themselves into top 2 with Alex in 5th.
Yeah, we do see a top 2 there for Italy. Victor and Nacht holding down 3-4 for Latin America there. We do see the triple shroom pull here for Alex. That's gonna be a really big thing to his benefit, be able to take cut here in the second lap, especially with one of Latin America falling out there. Nacht. Victor is still trying to hold down 3rd place. You're going to see, depending on if Victor's holding a shroom behind that triple red, it's going to be a top 3 situation here for Italy going into mid-lap 2. We do see a mega activation here from Latin America, and off screen here, it's going to turn into a shock. So Latin America being able to flip that top 3 situation out of play here for Italy, which is going to be really big for them. We do see Sal looks like dodging up though as well, going into that like 5th, 4th spot. We do see just a lot of name tags, a lot of everywhere, trying to look for those I's and L's within all these tags here. Looks like it is going to be 3-4 at least here it's going to be, yeah, everything's changing around. 2-4 for Latin America. That is what I've decided on. Top 1-3 there for Italy until that just happened. Yeah, stellar backgreen there. We do see a bomb here for Latin America. Does hit that bomb, and it's going to connect on Raz there, trying to take Italy now out of the mid spots here. We do see some baggers going forward. It looks like Latin America might have pulled another here.
Yeah, considering Stripe was gone 10 when that first shock was used, yeah, could be again another LTA shock, and they will definitely need it, considering Italy is still in a winning position even after that strong lap 2 shock here. And that blue hold from Alex just gonna cement that first place for Cross. 1-3-4 shock comes out. Raz is actually the dodger here from Team Italy, so potentially an Italy shock even, and that's gonna be a very huge race for Team Italy. It's top 3 actually. Top 3-5 for Italy, bringing it right back.
Wow, I was really skeptical of that last shot there just initially because you're holding blue, you lock down a first. That's a really risky play to use that shock there, but man, did that work for their benefit? Being able to trust their players there in the mid pack, take away everything else from there. Top 3-5 for Italy. That's the race that they needed to get back into this thing.
Yeah, well, with Stripe being 10, definitely a very lucky shock from Team Italy, but well deserved for that top 3-5 to bring that back. And again, yeah, so definitely not out of it considering how bad those last 2 races actually went for Team Italy, and only down 26, very doable deficit in 4 races.
Absolutely. Really great wow, words are hard today. Situational awareness for Latin America there, that first shock, being able to take away a potential top 3 opportunity from Italy, trying to run away with it early, be able to break that up. Did it result in that last second shock being able to take it home for Italy? Yes. Are you able to foresee that with about a minute before that happens? Not really. So you can't really hang your heads too much on that decision, but again, a big swing for Italy there to bring this back within 1 race point distribution within, I believe, the mid to high 20s. And then we do see Bowser's Castle come out for Italy within support of their top 3 there. And we are going to take a trip there. So Italy going to get their map pick here, try to bring this within single digits, maybe even take a lead here. The strong top 3 presence on a track that really benefits a top 3 start.
And from seeing in that last war against France, Italy do have glitch takers. Cross what did make glitch lap 3 against France last match. So definitely not definitely a good track pick considering that you actually have players that are pretty confident on glitch here. We could see other players other than Cross take glitch here or just any LTA members. But a good triple shroom pull from Dose actually getting himself into 1 here. We will see if glitch gets blocked, but since he is itemless, there will be no item on the glitch. So we could potentially see someone going for it, and it don't think it seems like it. Yeah, no glitch takers. So Dose keeps down 1 with Sal behind him and a 1-3 start for LTA.
You see Italy's bagger, big lead are off the jump here within the bagging battle. Good 10, 15 seconds there. As we do see a backdander there from Dose. Looks like there's going to be no connection there. Looks like we do see a star in play for Italy. Looks like Italy did just pull shock. They are going back forward. We do have an Italy shock in play here. So it'll be interesting to see if they do opt to go for it earlier. Sorry, LTA shock. My apologies. Do see now with being able to hold down first here. Do see a block here for glitch, or at least a block attempt there. We do see Dose just trying to run out this first place here with not a lot of trouble just yet. Just aggressive on the back spams, just trying to hold on to it as much as they can. Really good play from them. We do see Italy though, and looks like in at least second, maybe even third as well. We do see knocked in third there. So Dose does have some support here up front.
Yeah, so far a winning position for LTA, considering that Dose has been doing lots of aggressive backspans. But as I say that, blue comes out, and that blue is actually canceled as well by that shock with Mike dodging up as well. So could be a top 2 for LTA after the zippers, but another instant blue coming out onto Dose here. So spots are really going to be mixed up actually here. Cross coming up here, Raz. Oh, but a bomb! Not sure who's bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, explosives are the name of the game here in this last lap. Unlike other Mario Kart games, once a blue shell is thrown, you can immediately pull it again, and that is that action just was put on display right there. We do see it looks like Victor building up into a top 3 situation for him. Looks like Italy was maybe in second there. A lot of chaos there to end that race. Looks like at least 2-4 for Italy. Depending on how the front presence ended or changed at the end there.
Yeah, maybe even a top 2 from a Victor there, as that build did take him to the line. But unfortunate 2 blues and that bomb as well. Like zero clue who it could be, considering it was a 1-to-1 trade there. But yeah, Victor does actually sneak into second thanks to that bill and a salvage from Italy with 3, 4, 5, 6. So still in it, only down 29 with 3 left. So still under that 31-point threshold to make that comeback in one single race.
Yeah, top 2 looks like a really big swing in the favor of Latin America there. That was only a 3-point swing in points. So definition of a salvage there for Team Italy as they're going to look to try to break up that top 2 with some sort of what we like to call a luck track pick or something of the kind. They decide Latin America decides to go with Wario's Gold Mine for their runner's choice to give their bottom 2 some item opportunities. And Delfino Square is the luck track of choice here for Team Italy.
Yeah, and if it is actually Delfino Square, that was Italy's biggest race from last match. We could maybe see a copy and paste from last match. It is DS Delfino Square, and Italy got top 3-5 last match against France. And in this situation, they definitely need a race like that to catch up to that 29-point deficit. So definitely not out for Italy, but these drafts are going to be pretty important to just cement who's going to be running and who's going to be sitting for those triple streams and goldens to take the biggest cut on this track. Either you can take the shroomless dock, the one shroom mud cut, or the biggest cut, which is the two shroom cut, also known as the double.
Yeah, we do see a shroom come out here for Alex. Obviously, use it just to get past everything. We do see Dose on the other screen with a star, taking a star double, going up from the mid pack in sixth, all the way back up into first there, giving a good challenge to Sal here. I expect to see some sort of maneuver with this green here to try to take him out of that second place position, unless something else already did that for him. Looks like maybe looks like a connection there with some sort of like wheelie bump or something like that. But it gives Dose a good second of breathing room here in first place. So do you see Latin America ahead in the bagging battle in 10th there? Both of them still going backwards, still neck and neck. So looks to be no shock and play so far. I changed my mind actually. They're both going forward, so we may have a shock and play here. I might have spoke too soon there. Fib blocking, making a weird angle there for cut. Nana and Fib for anybody who decides to do the single there, waiting for them after that. We do see Alex here with a golden in third, trying to give Italy's front presence and. A lot of item reliance here. This is all going to come down to that last lap. We do see an early second lap shock here. Waiting to see who dodges up from the back here, or if it was just damage control.
It is an LTA shock, I do believe, but the one problem with that is that Scamp was just went in 10, maybe just predicting that LTA was going to use shock there. So smart play by Scamp to get himself into 10, so could get a late shock for Team Italy. And Alex is still close to nagged here, but still a 1-3 for Latin America. But this lap 3 double is going to be huge to see what spots are broken up. This pack is insanely close for a Delfino Square race. See who the
that power that just happened is really big for taking out top 3, top 4 out of that single situation. And we do see Italy's the big benefactor of that, with Raz taking 1, not being bumped out, taking 3rd. We have another shot coming in here. LTA in that 3-4 spot, Alex is able to benefit off that, taking top 3 for Italy. What a wraparound there. Beautiful pow from Italy, if I had to guess there, bringing some of their back presence back up there. What a beautiful execution there of lap 3. Italy gets that big race back again. We're now within single digits.
Yeah, huge winning race. Back-to-back Italy top 3s on Delfino Square in these two wars. Definitely could be seen as Italy's track. And just one thing to point out, it definitely was an Italy shock, but very smart from Scamp to just make sure that he was in 10, predicting that early LTA shock, to pull that late shock to really help Italy clutch up in the late run. Was a top 2-4. Unfortunately, Dose does lag Alex into 3rd, but now a 10-point deficit entering the final 2 races, considering they were down 53 only 3 races ago. A 43-point catch-up in those races, looking promising for Team Italy to actually make this comeback, and it is going to be potentially a second nail-biter in our second of 2 matches today.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of track pick to pull out here. We do have the unorthodox Yoshi Falls coming out here for top 2-4. They use Toad's Factory on their top 4, so that's out of the equation. That's normally the track you go to. That's now out of the equation. They opt for Yoshi Falls. Do have a RMC coming out here, or rather a GCM Mario circuit for Latin America. So some tracks that you normally don't see all the time within these 12 race wars making their appearance today. And we are taking a trip to my fellow brethren at Yoshi Falls. Really going to be a really interesting pick here. This is going to be a short minute 15, minute 30 race. Italy just trying to hold their front presence here. 4th place can get ahead with 3rd here with proper lining. Really like the pick here from Italy.
Yeah, definitely one of the more uncommon tracks when it comes to wars, but with that word uncommon, Italy could use that to advantage if they actually did practice this track in the scrims that they've played. They could actually use that to their advantage. And we do see LTA actually in that early top 2 here. Top 2-5 actually is behind, but these triple reds most likely just going to kill out Dose here, yeah. And 2-3-5 most likely going to red out Nact here as well, yeah. So great red usage from Alex. They'll just need a blue onto Mike here to actually get that huge race here. And again, this is a very short track, so usually most of the time it is shockless, um, unless the bagger kind of pulls shock right here. But Scamp was intense, so if shock is pulled, it is going to be Italy most likely. Dose is holding a Mega in 4 on the other POV here, but is past the TC, passes it to the bagger actually. Oh, but
I
an
get hit by
unfortunate
Star.
star. Yeah, unfortunate star.
Wow, what a all the dodge uses there, all just a shock to come right at the end here. Latin America locking up a 6-8. It looks like coming here at the end. Um, that front pack could have just resulted in anything there. Your guess is as good as mine, to be honest.
Yeah, but very huge from Mike keeping one, and also very huge from that Team Italy member actually starring out Dose, because that could have been a completely different race. Would have been a winning race actually for Latin America, but instead it is a winning race for Team Italy. Only a +3 as it is only 2, 3, 4, 8, 10. But again, single digits now, down 7, going into the final race, and still anyone's match here up for grabs. All just depends on this final track pick.
Yeah, 7 points minimum here needed for a tie uh, in Italy's sense, and I believe that's going to be like a top 2-6 if my memory serves me correctly. Maybe even a top two, yeah, top 2-6-8. I believe will do that for him. So, or maybe top two. I don't know. One of the combinations will do it for him. I can tell you that much. We do see Cuba Cape being the answer for Latin America, and WGM being the answer for Italy. Cuba Cape is going to be where we're traveling to here for this last race within this very exciting matchup between Italy and Latin America. Leads were held, leads were taken away, leads were traded for 6 whole races in the beginning here. It all comes down to this: one trip into the Cape, Latin America, Italy. It all goes down here.
Yeah, and it's gonna be very, very important. Uh, as for this track in specific, the baggers do have one trick up their sleeve, which is at the end of the track, as you see in the bottom of the minimap, where they're able to drop stars for the runners due to the electrical zappers, which could definitely help out the runners to take conveniently an ending shortcut at the end of the track. But for Italy to get this win, they will need a 35-point race here, with LTA only needing a 26-point race or more to keep this win. So yeah, Italy do need to get, as you said, yeah, top 2-5 or top 2-6 something to get this win. But unfortunate red connection onto Alex will set him back. But for now, Italy not in a bad position here, in 1-3 with Sal holding down 1, but this Shroom in 4. Oh, great snipe actually by Raz onto Victor, getting Team Italy into top 2 here. But we are just going to be seeing Dose Shroom up into second.
Yeah, we're going to see Italy be really aggressive here with item play, trying to get make up for those last small few lost points. That's how they've been able to get those big races here, the last couple ones that they were able to. So Latin America's got to match that here, and Dose has been up to the match here with that, with triple nanas and a red here, being patient. We do see a star drop here from Stripe. Does not connect with Dose. Is going to get it in third place. I believe that was an Italy member that took it. So
And
unfortunate
there,
timing there.
and there was only one bagger, which does mean actually, because you do see Scamp actually on the left there of Dose's screen. Italy does have shock actually. And as I say that, and a shock red and star, this could be what Italy needs to get the win here. Gonna be a top 2 now for Italy. 5 or yeah, top two for 1-3-4 for Team Italy. This could be it as long as there's no late blue to hit out cross, which is what LTA needs here at this scenario, because a late shock is going to be extremely rare here. But top 2 now for Team Italy, and that POW from the other POV. Dose is driving backwards on the ceiling. Deja vu from last World Cup. But this could be it for Italy as long as there's no late shock or late cut takers here.
Yeah, smart red play there going into the pipe there from Latin America, but with all the power and chaos that somehow just disappeared to the benefit of Italy there. You're going to see at least a minimum of, I believe, a top two here for Italy. This is going to be really close, guys. I think Italy might have been able to squeak it away. Uh, Only the results here will tell.
Yeah, it really depends because Raz did get eighth, so really depends on that fourth Italy member. Again, 35 points is needed. Top two gets that 27 plus eighth, which is 29. But Sal gets fourth, which does equal that 35-point threshold. And after that chaotic ending, huge shock from Scamp. But the star drops from Stripe weren't enough. And Italy does get that salvage that they needed from that unfortunate match one to win their second match of today and get that 1-1 start to the season, which is totally fine in their scenario there. But two matches today, honestly, coming down to the final race is just completely amazing. Just from a caster perspective and probably from the viewers, just perfect to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I had so much fun up here watching this one. I don't know if any of you guys could tell watching, but being able to go from five different lead changes within the first six races to then a 50-point lead, and then having that all evaporate by the end, Italy needed that win, and they were able to get it. They still have the top two seeds within their group left, with the reigning champions of England bringing the trophy home in 2023, and Scandinavia with a lot of the top players from the past Norway teams and some of the other top players from Sweden and all the other Scandinavian countries still up on the docket for them. If they're able to split one of those and then take that last fifth game home, they may be a sneaky pick up to go up into the bracket group there. And then for Latin America, unfortunate way to end it. You got a lot to learn from this race. You still have four more left. There are definitely a couple more winnable games up to pick it up. But valiant effort by both of these teams. We are currently awaiting a table for you guys to show to get final scores and final thoughts there. But just being able to take a deep breath from all the chaos that has happened. What a match!
Yeah, nah, and some final thoughts just to kind of wrap things up. Yeah, but both baggers definitely exceptional work getting those clutch races when needed. Obviously, LTA did crack up that lead coming from those clutch shocks from Stripe. And honestly, fair play to Stripe because considering Scamp definitely on paper is the stronger bagger, has won D1 with KT, won the Battle Rock tournament, the upper bracket with JX, just has so much more D1 experience and high div bagging experience. And Stripe kept it close. It was not a complete just a complete kind of bulldoze of a bagging situation for Scamp. So definitely fair play for Stripe this match.
Yeah, and then once we do get a table here, I've kind of got what looks to be like a beta version of it here. Both Sal and both it looks like Sal for Italy taking a 109, taking the MVP there. Big 43 in the first four races and a 36 in the last three to kind of pick up a big performance from them. And also with Cross, Raz, and Alex both all playing a supporter role or playing strong roles in their own, both all being over 80 points individually. And then Latin America, their top three, 109, 95, and 85 respectfully, with the bagger battle being only 8-4 in Italy's favor there. So yeah, once we may get a official table photo up here for you guys to take a gander at. But in the meantime, both big, strong matches from both of these teams. I do have a couple matches coming up tomorrow, as long as none get rescheduled. We are looking at France and Italy did happen today. That was moved up from tomorrow. That was the only scheduled match tomorrow. So we will wait till Friday right now, where Italy will take on Scandinavia. Benelux will take on Asia, the winner of that play-in tournament. And then we do also have our first late-night match at 10 p.m. Eastern. U.S. North will make their debut for this year's World Cup against Australia. Any of those matches piquing your interest at all?
Yeah, I think definitely the biggest match here is definitely gonna be, or yeah, I would say U.S. North and Australia is definitely gonna be the match to watch. Just coming, I think just as looking just at the on paper seeds, on paper lineups, because yeah, we do have Italy and Scandinavia, but just on paper, just Scandinavia just look like the stronger team, and then similar kind of looking thing for Benelux and Asia as well happening just on paper. Asia and Scandinavia, respectively, just looking like the stronger teams. But going to US North and Australia, I could see either team winning. And the biggest factor of that match as well, especially, is going to be that lag change. Australia is one of those just kind of different teams because their lag for most players is so hard to read, especially for players if we take mid-div players playing in the World Cup, for example, they I tend to find that they have such a difficult time reading yellow lines when they do play online. So gonna be pretty interesting to see how the players obviously it is US North. They are one of the higher seeded teams, so it is mostly high div players, but still going to be pretty interesting to see how they actually read that lag, and especially for viewers and casters, and from different POVs, it's going to be a lot of chaotic interactions and a lot of interesting kind of plays because the lag is so kind of off and I guess we could say desynced in a way from the POVs.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see that. Obviously U.S. North being one of the top two seeded teams coming into the tournament, it's really hard not to look their way and be like, "Ooh, big shiny thing! Let's go watch their match." But really, what has my eye, Italy has really surprised me so far, especially within these last two matches of how they've played and how they've been able to handle adversity. Scandinavia is going to be a really big test for them. And I think that'll be a really fun match to watch it, look into. And Italy made that, Italy's been looking to squeak a game away between either them or England. That would be the match that that I think that could be very realistic. That's going to be on Friday at uh, at 3 p.m. Eastern, about 8 p.m. London time there uh, for your guys' reference. I believe we will have a cash going for that. So definitely be something to look out for. And yeah, don't discount out that Benelux Asia match. Asia getting a very new facelift this year with some members from the India team that made top four in 2023, starting to plug in starting to plug into that team, give that a big lift. That's going to be, they were in the third, fourth seed of the group placement. Be fun to see their debut against Benelux, who squeaked in with the playing stage. Going to be very interesting to see how they all turn out. How that match turns out. And then, if you guys haven't taken a look already, we do have our table from this match beside us as well. And here is a look at our group stage graphics here. All of our matches today have been within Group A with France, Italy, and Latin America. We will kick off Group B on Friday at in the afternoon Eastern time. And if we don't have any other remarks here, I'd like to shout out Astro for taking care of everything behind the scenes with these two matches today. On behalf of him and Sparkster, my name is Yosh. Thank you guys for spending 2 hours with us today here in the Mario Kart World Cup. Hope to see you guys on Friday. Peace out, everybody.